Get ready for non-stop bowling action with Savage Bowling TV. Your front row seat awaits. To the biggest scratch tournament events, incredible drama, intense matchups, and unforgettable moments.
And a strike to finish it. Doty Cup, hello, Evansville North, your state title team.
Stay tuned. It's time to roll. Whether you're a die-hard fan or you just love the game, Savage Bowling TV delivers all the excitement straight to your screen.
All right, welcome to the 5 o'clock squad here at the Indiana Masters. 25th anniversary edition. Championship Lanes, Anderson, Indiana. Scott Gilmore here. Savage Bowling TV, your official voice of all the Indiana State USBC Scratch events. We're here all weekend. Been here last night for the 7:30 squad. We'll be here until all of the qualifying is done, and then tomorrow morning we'll get underway with round number 2, the 2-game semifinal round with seeds 17 through 64. They'll bowl 2 games, and then they'll be seeded with those that qualified 1st through 16th. They're automatically in the double elimination match play portion of this event. We're going to have a record number of entries this year. We're going to have 460 right now. Looking to get to that 500 number. Plenty of openings on the 9 p.m. squad, according to Jeff Circle, the tournament director. So if you're looking to bowl and you're watching, come on out. Love to have you. Qualifying scores. After 3 full complete squads, Jeff Grego was your number 1 qualifier in the 1 p.m. squad. He shot 694.
That's good.
Yes. Gene Perez was your second high score, 663. He was already in, though, with 670. Other scores from that squad, I believe, Jeremy Adler plus 49, Cameron Bollinger plus 45, Corey Hersha plus 42, and Richie Benninghoff plus 33. Right now, 32 over is your top 16 score. That is Jaden Hayes. Jaden Hayes, your number. 32nd right now, plus 5, Jeff Mann. Plus 5. We're guesstimating. We got to take duplications out. We're guesstimating somewhere around. Jeff had the number minus 47, but I don't think it's that low. I just, for some reason, I'm looking at the names here, Chad. I don't think it's that low, but I'm guessing right now about minus 30, somewhere in that range. Will be 64th. Obviously, that number is probably going to go up a little bit after this squad.
Yeah, I was shocked when Jeff was thinking in the 40s, but he's the tournament director.
Yeah, he's taking all the duplication scores out, but
I thought scores would be, the cut would be much higher than that, but we'll see. I mean, we have this squad and the next squad to go, and
All right, you're watching lanes 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Jacob Sisk right now getting ready to step up on the approach here on lane 5.
And the scoring you see is from 5 and 6.
That's right.
Which it says it on the screen, but
Yeah. Jacob is 5 seat, and he just broke up the 2-7 there for a strike. Fortunate break, but you got to get those. You got to get the fortunate breaks. On 9 and 10, the championship pair, past champion TJ Schmidt and Jeff Mann on 9 and 10.
yeah, just how we'll do this. We have cameras on 5 through 8, 9 and 10, and then 13 through 16. We'll be switching cameras about every 3 to 4 frames throughout each game.
There you go. I want to thank our sponsors that make this broadcast possible. The Brands of Brunswick. For the latest releases and product information, like them on Facebook at Brunswick Bowling or go to brunswickbowling.com. And don't forget, they also have Track, Ebonite, Hammer, Deviate, Radical, Columbia 300. Lots of great brands. Make sure you check them out on Facebook or go to their respective websites. Also, Mike Alby's Arrowhead Bowl, bowling games, billiards, birthday parties, corporate events, and more. What are you waiting for? Arrowheadbowl.com. And A1 Automotive. Keep your vehicle running like new. Visit A1CarDoctors.com. In addition to, I'm assuming, Chad, all the bowling fans out there have us and the PBA show.
I would hope so, yeah.
Side by side.
There's a good show going on FS1 right now. You should be watching both, us and them.
Want to thank Angie Collop and the staff here at Championship Lanes for another great year as host of this wonderful event, the largest single scratch event in the state of Indiana. She's taking care of us with drinks and such, and always the food is great. We're waiting. We've been told tomorrow is the chocolate chip cookie day.
Yeah, she's right. Sundays is cookie day, and I tried to get them 24 hours earlier.
I know you're always on top of that, Chad.
Well, you mentioned earlier, hey, we need some cookies.
Well, sometimes you got to have a little spark.
Yeah.
You need a little bit of energy. We're trying to bring the entertainment, not necessarily entertainment, but we're trying to bring some oomph to a long day, right? And
yeah, we don't want to just sit here and be all on monotone like this. And
blah,
just say, hey, how you doing? And,
Bueller.
Yeah.
Bueller. Has anyone seen Bueller? So we're trying to bring it as best we can.
We might get some guys that join us in the booth in that 9 o'clock squad, because that it gets late.
It gets tough, doesn't it? Mm-hmm. It gets tough.
And I know folks out there would like to hear some different voices, probably.
Yeah. Yeah. Although, this is only my second squad today, so I haven't been
right,
on long.
Right.
So. Yeah, I had a chance to talk to some of the Indiana guys that bowled the U.S. Open. Talked to Matt Sanders and Zach Weidman, and obviously Matt disappointed with the U.S. Open finish, but hey, anytime you can make the top 24, that's a great thing.
In a major, yeah.
Especially points, you're trying to, your career depends on making that points list
right.
to give yourself an exempt spot next season.
Yeah, stay exempt.
You want to stay out of those PTQs.
Yeah, higher prize fund for this one too, so
yeah.
Not only does it help you point-wise, it helps you financially.
Trevor Thompson, young left-hander, getting his first taste, Chad, of kind of an adult event. He's down here he's on 3 and 4.
That's right. He was a senior last year, wasn't he?
Yeah, he's bowling for Trine, I believe.
Yep, I believe so.
up in northern part of Indiana,
Northeast.
north of Auburn, or
Yeah.
right around the Auburn, Indiana
Northeastern
area.
Indiana. They came in both the Boilermaker Classic for the first time, at least since I've been running it, and had a pretty decent showing.
We talked in the previous squad about how important it is to get out to a great start in your first game. You've had 10 minutes of practice on the pair. You should be comfortable with what your line is, what your ball reaction is. Always felt it was important to get this first game under your belt with a good score. As you know, you're skipping, I believe, 7 pairs. So you're moving throughout the entire house. This 44-lane center, you're seeing all parts of it during your qualifying squad, only 3 games.
Yeah, and you know, you get plenty of practice. 10 minutes practice, there's only 5 on your pair, so you're gonna get plenty of shots. Yeah, plenty of shots to try different equipment out, different lines. Have plan A, B, and C.
You're watching Mike Svilar there on lane 15, came in with a 6-8 split or 4-9 split. Mike's already changed. He wore a totally different outfit in the previous squad, so he must not have liked how he bowled. So he was like, heck with it, I'm just going to go change my entire outfit and come back to the bowling center here, and that's what he's done. Got one player with the front 4. Another player with the front 5 on 12. TJ with a double here on lane 9. That's Jeff Mann with the front 4.
Yeah, he started off front 8. What was that, game
2?
Game 2?
Yeah,
Last
after a
spot.
150 game
Yeah.
start. Remember how we said about that start?
Yeah.
But yeah, when I bowled this morning, we only had 4 on our pair. Adding that 5th bowler just, to me, Chad, slows the pace down just enough to where it's a good pace.
Yeah.
Bowling 4 on your pair, you feel like you're constantly bowling.
Okay, you don't have enough time to think about that next shot, you know, when you have 4 on a pair. Not an easy spare for Jeff right there.
No, that one, if you're going to go straight at it, you really got to hit, you got to hit the 3-pin pretty heavy.
Yeah.
In order to get the 9 out. And that was the thing, too. It's like, for him, you got the front 4. You feel like you're off to a good start. One slight mistake and an open frame.
That's right.
I know Jeff's dad, Mike, was back here watching.
Yep. He came this squad.
Some guys pulling off the marathon entry tonight. Ben Caldwell, I believe, has bowled every qualifying squad in this tournament so far. He bowled last night, and he's bowled these 3 today.
And if Jimmy Cook has entered this squad, it will be every squad for him, too.
I did not hear his name in the announcement page.
He must be satisfied, unless he's going to come back tonight.
I can't imagine he's.
I would think. Unless he's going to bowl for brackets, right?
Right.
Again, we will switch frames every 3 to 4 frames. So right now we're on 13 through 16. 9 and 10 will be next.
TJ with a 3-bagger. Now Jeff Mann trying to come back off the open frame. Again, you're watching lanes 13 through 16. Good shot there by Hunter Glaze on lane 13. Hunter can bring the heat. And a Mike Bankert sighting here at the Indiana Masters. He stepping up on lane 13, and he's off to a good start. 3-bagger, 9-spare, 9-spare, 9-spare. Mr. Ryan Sidney from the Evansville area on lane 15. He said in between squads that we were talking, he's left-handed, we were just kind of talking. He says, hey man, I'm going to go big this set. So let's see what he's got here on this shot. Don't know what his score is so far, obviously, because we don't see the scoring for that lane.
I can push it.
Oh, he missed it right. Oh,
Brooklyn?
He missed it far enough. Right, it went Brooklyn, and he carries.
There's 15 and 16.
Well, he has a double.
Yeah.
But he's got 2 open frames in there. 4 strikes.
He's not 16B.
All right, this would be Mike Spilar right here on 15E. Never wears a dull outfit. He's always got a lot of bright colors. Want to thank Lane Talk for the scoring here at the Indiana Masters. Really makes it easy to follow along who's doing what.
Yeah, they've made our jobs a lot easier. So it was great to meet them last year at the U.S. Open, I believe it was.
Yeah, we're in the final match also of the PBA U.S. Open telecast.
Oh. Tough break for TJ. Or TJ.
Yeah, can Ryan throw a 3-bagger here on lane 16? Nope.
Go back door?
That's the tricky part, Chad. You miss a little right, it goes immediately. You miss either a little left or don't get it quite right off the hand, and it doesn't want to come back. I didn't see I didn't look at the schedule, but where does the PBA go from here?
I don't know.
You know, you would think
We would know all this, right?
Yeah, well, you would think they would be somewhere reasonably close, right? Not like in a
Help us out, chat.
an adjacent state, right? They try to keep things in the Midwest for a little bit.
Illinois, maybe, I don't know. Over here to 9 and 10 now.
Jeff Mann really making things hard on himself after the front 4. He chopped the
Oh yeah, they're in
3, 6, 9, 10.
Vernon Hills, Illinois, Chicago area.
Yep, there you go.
And it's 2 events, Illinois Classic and then the Roth Holman doubles.
They're probably going to do the qualifying together in that event.
Yep.
Then they'll have a separate match play for the Roth Holman doubles. Before they used to do all that stuff separately, right?
Yeah.
Now so much of it is combined. Kind of like the World Championships is all your qualifying from the animal patterns.
Then you have a separate match play.
Oh, and he chops the head pin right back. You know, if you're Jeff, you're thinking, okay, front 4, I got to get 220 here easy, right?
Yeah.
Now he's going to be scratching and clawing, maybe just to get to 200.
It just shows how comfortable you just can't be sometimes.
Yeah, you just cannot let your guard down. Oh, TJ comes in high. 3-6-10. Yeah, but he's off to a good start.
Yeah.
All right, I'm trying to look at some scores here to my left that's off camera. And I don't see, I see a 3-bagger, but has one open, but a bunch of spares. Let's see, Chris Harton's got a clean game going here. He needs to strike here in the 8th. Really help him out. Hey, what do you say? And he gets it. Jeff Mann with another strike. Let's see, TJ's on a 1 or 2-team pace. Jeff Mann on a 190 pace after the front 4. We got the front 5, but now an open in the 8th frame. So there's a 220 pace going. Just not a lot of scores, Chad, when you just look around.
It's not like at least down here. I mean, there could be something happening way down there, but this isn't like the other squads where you see some decent scores.
This is one of those where you bowl 3 games and you bowl like 630 or 40 and you're just like exhaling like you've just been in a prize fight, 10-rounder.
Yeah.
It's just so tough. You know, league play, you know, you're just kind of throwing the ball, right? You can have an arrow of miss room or more, right? This you just don't have that. If you're a little soft or a little firm, can definitely change exactly what your ball is going to do.
Yeah, nothing like you said, shooting 620 or 630 and you worked your butt off at it.
just don't want to put yourself in a bunch of positions of having to double in the 10th to salvage a game or get to 2-0 or 2-teen.
Well, yeah, because you know there's not a lot of doubles out there. You know, it's just chances of doubling or tripling, and it's very much a spare game. Let's put it that way. You gotta leave yourself making spares and cover them, and realize you're going to get a strike here and there. You know.
Oh, that was a big shot for Jeff.
Yeah.
Now he's looking at 2-0 if he doubles in the 10th. I mean, you're talking front four and.
Well, yeah, a tale of two games really.
Yeah, if he's bowling on Wednesday night with us at Marcus Square in Lafayette, he's got front four. You're thinking Jeff's going to shoot
300.
Well, he's not going to, maybe not 300, but he's going to shoot 240 or better, right?
Yeah. As long as it's not against us, I don't care.
Well, their team's way out in front in our league.
He's the big reason why, too.
Bowling with his dad as well.
Yep.
My neighbor, Darren Hanel.
Wow, what are they going to do against us? They're going to have Jeff. We know Darren's going to shoot 750 because he always bowls. He always bowls good against us.
Give any spoiler alerts or anything, but I need my guy right here in the finals of this telecast to get on Sunday. I got to catch up to Mike Albee in points. And Simonson needed a good week after he bowled really bad in Delaware. Yeah. Which was kind of surprising on the Cheetah.
A lot of the two-handers did. It's because they, I don't know if you heard what Belmo said about, the two-handers not being successful. It was just they couldn't create the angles. The rev rate. I think he inadvertently just really said the rev rate got him.
Too much rev rate.
Too much rev rate.
Well, games that I can see out here, I can see possibilities. 220, 2-teen. And to get to these numbers, they need to double in the 10th. It's not like
they've got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, TJ came in light. Not the time he needed that.
No.
Hartung with a strike in the 10th. That puts him in the 2-teens with a good count.
Yeah.
He's looking for more than that, I'm sure. Again, this first game, huge to get off to a great start. Because you just don't know what you're going to get as you move 7.
Yeah. That's what we've seen a lot. Where
7 pairs.
Yeah. It's easy to go 2-teen, 150. We've seen it a lot.
Wow.
Almost a 4-9-10. Nice shot, Jeff.
Wow. Well, he can use he can take the snippet and make a short out of it, right?
Yep.
Well, TJ with 202, and that's been the story of his day today. 2-0, 2-0, 2-0. He's got enough to get in the top 64, but Jeff Mann staring 180 in the face right here, Chad, after the front four.
Oh, that bounced that out. Wow, that's a tough game right there.
182 with the front four. All right. Well, a couple of the two-team games open in the 10th. 191. Chris Hartung with a nice 8th, 9th, and 10th finish for 221. Right now, that's the biggest game I see right now.
Yeah. And 2-0.
I see a 201.
219 right here on 11. Can't see any further down than that.
Yeah, he had the front five.
Did you get the 221 right here on 6?
Yeah, that was Chris Hartung.
Oh, okay.
Looks like we have a 2-0 game on 11A. Is that right? Am I seeing that right? We could have a 204 from Matt Phillips if he strikes here in the fill.
Talking to his ball rep.
It's just unbelievable the amount of what you think is going to be a good game just turns into not much that quick, right? Got to stand up here in the booth for a little bit.
Stretch out.
Work in these new Brooks.
Yeah, I'm getting me a pair. These shoes that I
Well, they
have.
make a big difference.
Yeah, my wife has some and she loves them.
Yeah, these
And
are.
my daughter has some too.
Hey, if a Brooks rep is out there listening or watching, hey,
sponsored.
we like the Ghost. Feel free to send us whatever you want. They're
Yeah, DM us for my size.
yeah, we'll do some video stuff. Make some bowling shoes. That would be good.
Oh, imagine how comfortable those would be.
Oh my goodness. Yes, sir. I'm in.
Really, I mean, that would be perfect. Like how much bowlers are on their feet.
All right, players are going to be on the move here. Right now we're pretty much checking out 7, 8, 9, and 10 as they wrap up.
Yeah, I'm not going to switch the cameras. That would for one ball. He's done. The next pair's coming on. Let's start off this pair at 9 and 10 and then go down to the low end and go back to 15 and 16.
Yeah, 7 and 8 still finishing up their 10th frames. Joseph Litton can strike here in the fill, and he could be at 214. Good finish for him. So important to finish games out.
Yeah.
Throwing the back 3 or 4 or 5, right? Joseph turned essentially what was probably going to be maybe a 180 into a two-team game. That's the difference. All right, Noel Vega here, finishing up on lane 7 here in the 10th frame. Looking to double here to get to 200. Oh, playing the twig with urethane right now. Hey, a Doug Henry sighting. Throwing Old Blue, and that's going to be a challenge. Wash shot here.
Yeah.
His first shot.
Ooh. Nice shot. Hey, Stephanie, what's happening? Scott Scheimer's back. He said, I'm back. Laugh out loud. Missed the numbers, though.
Yeah, let's let everybody know. Hey, if you have a guess, top 16, top 64 cut scores,
Put them in the chat.
put them in the chat. We'll put you on our list. So far, we've got guesses from Jeff Circle, myself, Chad, Andrew on the chat.
Yep.
We're going to see where we're going to be at here.
Just for fun, no prizes,
Yeah,
unfortunately.
yeah. Maybe one day we'll have some stuff to give away.
Yeah.
We probably need to get some spiff stuff, don't we?
Yeah, just get some Savage Bowling t-shirts. Savage Bowling TV t-shirts.
Yeah, there we go. People need something to mow their yard in, right?
Yeah.
Again, Nick Squire's still your tournament leader at plus 112.
Been a leader since the first squad. All right, I'm back to 9 and 10.
All right, 214. Good finish from Noel Vega there. 201. Strikes out in the 10th. Those are big pins. You just never know. You never know.
Yeah.
Hey, a Charles Rott signing on lanes 9 and 10 here. Charles basically running the Indiana Open Championships.
He is, yes.
Some big responsibilities. My boys a mark away from bowling tomorrow. Need those points. Need those points.
Oh, they've already called it.
Yep, they already called it. You got lucky there in that shot in the 10th. Hey, Doug Henry sighting.
Is that an original blue hammer he's throwing?
Yes, that is an original blue.
Fly ball. Yeah, you can tell it is. The color, just by looking at it.
That ball probably has a gazillion games on it. Braden Alfrey from Arrowhead Bowl here on 9 and 10 as well.
Oh, nice shot. Hey, it counts on the scoreboard.
2 or 3 frames from now, you won't even know. You'll just say, hey, what'd you do? I struck.
Yep.
Right? Guys need to get acclimated pretty quick here when they move. All right, let's get over here to YouTube. Now that that's over. By the way, fans, those that are watching, hey, we would appreciate you if you go ahead and click the like button, subscribe to Savage Bowling TV. We got all kinds of live streaming coming up this season. This basically kicks off the 2025 year for us. We'll be 2 weeks. We'll be at Expo Bowl for the Indiana High School Bowling State Finals. Then we'll be back here 2 weeks after that for the Indiana Queens. All the best ladies in the state. Defending champion Natalie Tackett.
Yeah.
I'm sure she'll be back to defend her crown. And then
the week after that, we're in Kokomo for Indiana All-State.
That's right.
Then we get a little bit of a break.
A little break, and then we come back in the summertime.
Yep.
Indiana, Kentucky All-Stars.
Middle school
state finals.
Yep.
Then the Indiana, Kentucky All-Stars, and then the
Hall of Fame.
Yep, Indiana USBC Hall of Fame banquet. So lots coming up. Matter of fact, somebody in the chat, I forgot to respond, but somebody else in the chat, I believe in the last squad, asked us if we do
other events.
Yes. Yes. Direct message us, shoot us an email.
Yeah.
We're always interested in looking at traveling around, doing some, as long as our schedule and our calendar works out. Absolutely, we would entertain any thoughts of broadcasting your great event. So let us know. All right, Brandon Didion there with a great break as he rolled the 1-3, now looking to make the 6-10 spare here. And he does, stays clean, double 8 spare. See who we got on our pairs here. Freddie Landis from Lafayette, two-hander on 5 and 6. Aaron McCormick, a past champion, on 7 and 8. Interesting enough, Andrew Moulton bowling on 3 and 4. He was plus 24.
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure why you think you need to bowl, unless
he wants to see what.
Hey, unless you want to just try to get in the top 16.
Yeah.
I can.
Yeah.
I get that. Obviously, plus 24 easily in. So. Charles Rott here trying to convert the 10 pin here on lane 10. Before we're going to get a look at Old Blue here, Doug Henry. Down in the Columbus, Indiana area. Look at that.
Yeah, straighter's greater.
Bet you that ball's throwing a lot of strikes.
Oh, yeah.
And Charles with the spare. So many of these players, Chad, I just don't know. And that's a great thing. From the standpoint of, you see guys you've never seen before coming in and bowling. The sport is growing from that standpoint.
Well, Jeff mentioned he had 60 new bowlers.
Yeah, record number of entries this year on the 25th anniversary. Ooh, Greek Church. Big penalty. Pin count and almost impossible to make. Hey, Teresa Smith-Dill standing over here by Mr. Danny Clark.
She's our won the Queens 2 years ago, right?
I believe so. I think she's won it. Has she won it twice?
She's won it twice, I believe.
I think twice, yeah. 2 times. I try to get her on the mic, but she doesn't like to do that. She doesn't like to do that. She's over there shaking her head. She's got good. She can hear pretty good. She can hear pretty good. She doesn't realize too. I got one of these little wireless microphones. She could stand over there and say all she wants, but
she doesn't have a choice when she makes match play in the Queens.
That's right. I'll get her.
Yeah.
Hey, she's coming off, Chad. I don't know if you saw her social media post.
Yeah.
Coming off a big 800 series.
Yeah.
I think 822, not just like 8-0.
No,
822. I mean, impressive. Hey, we also have to give a big shout out to a Lafayette bowler who now lives in Florida. But matter of fact, the son of someone we've bowled youth and adult leagues forever. Skip Patterson's son, A.J. Patterson, 899. He shot, I believe, last week.
Wednesday night.
Yeah.
Because it got shared on social media right after we got done bowling.
Yeah.
So
299, 300, 300. I didn't hear what he shot for the field bowl on the first game.
Oh, I hadn't heard that either.
I didn't know what he left.
No.
But 899.
Yeah.
Incredible.
I don't know how you do it.
Incredible.
I mean,
I don't know how you carry that many times in a row.
No.
I could throw 12 shots in a pocket in one game and shoot 189.
Yeah, it's all luck.
Clean
It's
189
all
or 190, right?
But I just imagine on that second 300, I wouldn't be able to feel my legs. I'd probably just fall.
That's right.
You'd just be so nervous.
One pin away from history.
Yeah. There's no ring for 899.
No.
It's like better luck next time. But there's not. With as much luck as involved, there's not a next time.
What a set, though.
Yeah. And we knew he was a pretty good bowler. When he moved away from Lafayette, he was pretty young.
Yeah.
And,
yeah.
He's still young to us.
Well, he's supplanted himself well in Florida, and what a series. 899. Congratulations, AJ.
Skip's got to be proud, that's for sure.
Skip's never done that. We know that.
No.
Skip ain't going to beat that either. AJ owns that over him. No offense to the guy we call Ripper. He was really, for me, when I was a youth player, nobody had more revs than Skip Patterson in our town.
He never moved on the approach. He'd always be like, how'd you adjust? He's like, I slowed it down.
Or hit it harder.
Slowed it down and hit it harder.
Yeah, back in the old urethane days.
But he was good at that.
It's always funny when you think about today. Bowlers have really strong, solid ASIMs, right? Now you have hybrid covers.
Yeah.
And now you have Pearl. Now you have microcell polymers and all these, right? And so bowlers are constantly changing balls to figure out what works better. And back in the day, you switch from one urethane ball to another.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So there's like...
It's just all, the cover stocks, it was all cover stocks then, pretty much.
Yeah, just where you laid them out to get them to roll a little earlier.
And they were just softer or harder or purple.
For a long time when I was a youth, I threw a full roller. I could not
Really
figure out how to get my track on the outer part of my fingers, right? And I don't know how. I laugh to this day. I'm like, how did I throw a full roller? Of course, Tom Smallwood, that's what he throws,
does,
right?
Yeah.
But I couldn't even attempt to figure out how to try to throw a full roller now. I don't even know how you spin it off your hands that way.
I've heard of guys that threw full rollers, couldn't get it the right way, and then all of a sudden it just happens.
Right.
And their track was normal.
But anyway, anytime you get an 899 or a 900, remember we had a 900 series not that long ago.
No, and then I saw somebody else share it on social media. I don't remember where I saw it. Maybe it was like a random bowling center. There was another 899 just a couple days later. A video that somebody put out.
There are some houses in the U.S. in certain areas, especially like the St. Louis area, that just had really phenomenal carry.
Yeah. I don't care how easy the shot is. How you shoot 899, that's a heck of an accomplishment.
Well, Bob Cameron Jr. Up in the Crown Point area.
Yeah.
He bowled 900, and he did it on lanes 1 and 2.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just, you always think 1 and 2s. When you're bowling a tournament, oh gosh, I'm hit. I got the end pair.
I got the ball.
This stinks. I got no chance. No, Bob Cameron shoots 900 on the end pair. Well, Chad, I'm looking around here real quick to start the games. I only see just a couple of strings.
Yeah.
But some of these strings have open frames around them.
No real good games.
Well, hopefully we'll get game 1 scores here pretty soon.
Yeah,
Usually it's
not updated. But they're only, some of these players are only a couple frames in.
Right.
To the second game, so.
I thought if I keep getting closer this direction, maybe.
Feel warmer?
Yeah, she'll run that way.
And she has won the Queens twice.
Yes. Yeah, I think Stephanie.
Yeah, Stephanie.
Our pal Stephanie
She's
let us know that she knows all about the Queens.
Yeah, unofficial. History person.
Yeah, she's made a good run. She's bowled good here in this event before, and obviously
last year she did, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, Stephanie. But
yeah, we wish.
Pretty decent last year.
I know her hubby is down and out right now with a little bit of an arm injury. We wish you the best, Mr. Dill. Hope you get better soon and back on the lanes here sooner than later. Nothing worse than an injury. Guys that are bowling right here in front of us, Chad, are coming from the high end of the house that is much tighter. Now they're seeing some friction in a place where they didn't see it before down there. So important, those first 2 shots, 1 on each lane that you make, in order to get some type of read. When you throw it bad, now you're just delaying what you're trying to see 2 or 3 frames. And before you know it, you're running out of frames to have any type of game.
That's right. Yeah, it's funny because you see some of those people come down here and they throw that first shot and you see the look on their face like, whoa.
I mean, it's like 4 or 5 boards or more.
Yeah.
One thing you do see that is so many really easy spares missed. You're just not going to come out here and throw 3 or 4 in a row to recover from a couple of open frames either.
Brandon had shoulder surgery on Thursday. She'll see us next year at the Masters, if not the Scratch Classic. Are you going to bowl the Queens, Stephanie? Aaron McCormick right here in front of us. He finally decided to move in.
And that's where you got to play, in my opinion.
Yeah, he kept. I thought the same thing. He was playing right off the gutter, and he was all over.
Well,
the place.
only you can play off the twig.
Yeah, he
like
wasn't
what?
really,
But you're playing. You got to throw your thing.
yeah, he wasn't doing that. He was trying like, I'm going to go right up second arrow.
One thing too, there's a lot of luck involved in this. You got to, you can just see a guy hitting the pocket, can't get it strike. You look to your left, and you see Brooklyn, you see a runaway strike or some roll the 3 or 2 pin, it just drives you crazy. I know one thing, if I was telling Freddie Landis how to bowl on this, I'm telling you go out by the twig with your thing and just see what happens. Really, when Noel Vega finished on lane 7, he was throwing, I mean, it was right on the 1-2 board.
Yeah.
And it just walked right into the head pin, or into the pocket. And we made a comment, too, in the last squad, the way the pins just bounce around here, too.
Yeah.
If you could just touch, if you could just tickle the head pin, whether it's a 1-3, 1-2, boy, the pins just dance. Aaron goes cross lane, misses. Now we're watching, 13 through 16?
Yep. Scores you see there from 15 and 16 right now.
Again, I want to thank everyone for watching the Indiana Masters here exclusively on The Voice for all the Indiana State USBC Scratch events, Savage Bowling TV. Appreciate the support from our sponsors to make these broadcasts possible. Pinhead's Entertainment Center, they have it all. Bowling games, birthday parties, corporate events, and private suites. Go to bowl@pinheads.com. Tim Mack's Victory Lane Pro Shops. Don't settle for anything less than victory. Locations inside Royal Pin Woodland, Western, and Expo in Indianapolis. And Championship Lanes. Enjoy bowling, games, great food at the premier Family Fun Time Center in Anderson. No matter the occasion, an outing at Championship Lanes is sure to be fun.
In their game room here, they've really expanded it. Looks nice.
Yeah, there's a lot of game room.
Yeah.
Hey, our pal Austin, don't be taking a look before you give it to me. What are you doing here? What do we got?
Is that right?
This is probably...
That's not right because here.
Yeah,
it's not sorted.
Well, let me see here. So they probably don't have... These are just the bowlers from this squad.
Yeah.
But it's not sorted
not
right.
sorted.
Yeah, we're going to have to go back in. Fix this, please.
They don't have it updated on the team app yet.
Yeah.
We have scores in front of us, but they're right, but not sorted, so we can't tell you who's leading and who's not.
Well, I could tell you some scores. Chris Hartung is the highest one I've seen so far at 221. Mike Banker shot 221. Paxton Girdley 234. Tim Logan shot 211. So yeah, we're gonna have to go back in and have them resort those. Let me step aside here real quick, and
Sounds
will
good.
do that.
Scott was was going to take the wireless microphone over to Teresa. But she's not watching, so he didn't take it with him. I would have. I just walked up to her.
All right, I got Austin Bragg on the job. You know, Austin runs some sweepers at Mike Olby's Arrowhead Bowl on Sundays. I think they do it once a month. Is that right?
Yeah. When they're when they have the space.
Yeah.
So.
I believe they're going to continue to run that through.
I think so. Yeah.
The rest of the spring.
Yeah.
February, March, April.
Yeah. They took the holidays off.
Yeah. Well, rumor has it that Circle's kind of training Austin and Zach Spencer maybe.
Yeah.
I know Jeff is thinking about stepping aside, right? He's been doing this for a long time. And I will say this, Austin does a phenomenal job with running events and tournaments at Mike Olby's Arrowhead Bowl. Matter of fact, he stepped in for us at the Boilermaker Classic.
Ran the second day for the Boilermaker for me. And did a great job. I gave him everything, and he just took it and ran with it.
Yeah.
I mean,
I will say, if there's a chance that he takes over at some point, I think that's a great choice on the Indiana State USBC. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah, no, Austin's really good with Excel and understands that technical aspect of it, and he's very detail oriented. So he'll do a good job if that's the direction they go.
Yeah. Again, want to thank you watching here. Indiana Masters 5 o'clock squad. Here we are already 6:13 in the evening. The day's going by quick.
About 5 hours left in our day.
That's right. One more squad after this, and then we're going to know all the numbers.
We'll stay live until they announce it.
We promise we won't talk the entire time because it's going to be a little bit of, there's going to be some time.
We will turn the sound down and leave the stream on.
Yeah, you won't have to listen to us. We don't want to ruin your night, right?
Then when they make the announcement, we'll turn it back on.
I believe Jeff told us that he had around a half, like maybe the squad was half full for 9 o'clock. So there's plenty of openings if you're watching or listening or whatever you're doing. We hope you're watching. Plenty of openings for the 9 o'clock if you want to try to get in here. Been a good crowd in here all day watching, right?
Usually is.
Yeah.
But it hasn't. And actually, I think there's probably more people now than there has been all day.
Yeah, usually between that 1 o'clock squad and the 5, that it was like the one and the between the 1 and the 9. It's a pretty good. You get to the 9 o'clock and it starts to filter out only those that care about, the bowlers itself. But got a lot of people watching their respected bowl, and Doug Henry now with a double in the 10th.
Based on two good shots there.
You can go 206 here with a strike in the fill. Got a little string of 4-5 now in a row for Braden Alfrey. He's been the benefactor of a couple of Brooklyn strikes there.
Thank you. We have scores.
Yeah, now we have it all done. Whoa, Billy Hibbard with a 279.
Nice.
Chris Gunter with a 247.
He's not going too hot this game.
He's got a little work to do here. Daniel Miller, 241. Paxton Girdley, we mentioned, 234. Aaron McCormick had 228 his first game.
Yeah, and he's just staying alive this game. He's picking up his spares. He's got 1 strike. I mean, it's kind of way you have to do it, I think.
Yeah, just got to fill frames.
Fill frames.
Also, what do we have? Wes Gamblin, 224. Chris Hartung, 221. Mike Banker, 221. Alan Criswell, 220. Ethan Stump, 219. Joseph Litton, 214. Aiden Kaufman and Austin Schultz, 212. Ryan Burton bowled again this squad. He's 211. Tim Logan, 211. Cameron Clark, 210. Scott Tapley, 207. Jason Lauer, 206. Hunter Glaze, 204. Isaac Irwin, 203. Ed Alzewski, and I apologize if I mispronounced that name. I looked at it before I thought, I'm like, okay, how do I say this? 203.
Yeah.
Deion Jones, 203. TJ Schmidt, 202, was right here in front of us. Hallie Akery, 202. James Sutton, 201. Noel Vega, 201. Matt Phillips, 201. And Robert Gilbert, 201. And Doug Henry, 201. Now with the 206, he's +7. He is scratching and clawing his way in here. Gene Perez bowled again. Chad only had 195. Jacob Wright, 194. Jacob Sisk, 191. Trevor Thompson, 188. So, obviously cut scores are going to really change after that.
Yeah.
But that usually does after game 1.
Yeah.
Oh, Chris Gunter with a
Pocket 710.
pocket 710. He's on verge of shooting. He's on pace right now, Chad, for about a 130.
Yeah. It's tough.
Especially after you come back with a 247 start.
Yeah.
Feeling really good about yourself. Got Deadwood here on lane 7. That's when I just take the plastic ball and roll it down the gutter and just score correction. Yeah.
Get it done a lot faster than trying to wait on someone. You have to wait like that. It kind of throws the rhythm of the bowlers off, especially if somebody's bowling good.
Well, these pins fly around so much, there is a lot of deadwood.
Yeah, Aaron was the one that caused that one, and he saw it happen. He just kind of rolled his eyes like, God dang it. Because he knew it was going to take him a minute to get here. That's got to hurry.
Well, he just doesn't have a very good ball reaction on this pair. That one he kind of missed. It looked like he didn't throw it terrible, and the ball just never picks up or reads anything. And then if he moves a little right to try to square that up, the ball goes right through the face, or actually goes left of the head pin. All right, Charles Rott finishes with, I believe, 187 there. These first 11 10, 11 frames have really, they must, have seemed to be tougher. I mean, we haven't seen a lot of great scores down here.
Yeah, and it's,
well, now,
at least this squad.
yeah, now Aaron's staring at a 180 in the face here, and that's going to,
He got a little bit frustrated after that first shot. It carried over.
yeah, I see you responded to Stephanie's. The 1 and 5 are the only 2 squads that have sold out.
Okay, I wasn't sure about the last squad. I knew this squad was sold out.
The 9 p.m. is like half full.
Yeah.
But still, that's going to put them at like 460 entries, which is a new record. The record was 440. Looks like we're going to get Gene Perez down here for our game. Let's see, who else do we see coming down? Scott Schmall. Oh, we're going to see the big guy from Northwest Indiana. All right, game 2 wrapping up here for most pairs. One more game for a lot of these guys, and we'll be done with the 5 o'clock squad. The old Lane boys getting a lot of work getting deadwoods.
Yes.
He's back down on
Well, he got this
18 and 19.
Yeah, he got this one here on 7, then went over to like, what, 4 or something?
Yeah. Now he's down on 18, getting another one. I'm telling you, the pins fly around here.
They do.
Bounce all over the place.
Exactly, but that's kind of my carry right there.
Runaway Brooklyn for you take whatever you can get right now at this point. You're fighting just to advance to tomorrow. There is no beauty contest at all. You'll take whatever you can get.
Back over here to 5 through 8 as they finish up.
Yeah, I see a 4-bagger here on
3 and 4.
3 and 4. I see a nice stretch of strikes here on lane 1, or lanes 1 and 2. Looks like strike, spare, 6-bagger. going into the 10th. So there's 260 plus sitting there. Really with just even if they don't mark, that's 230. So that's one of the bigger games we've seen.
Chris just went 146.
No, 131.
Oh, I was looking on the wrong side. Yeah, even worse. I tried to give him extra pins.
That's going to put him at 378. Yeah, when you shoot 247, you're thinking, okay, I just need high 180s.
Yeah.
I need high 180s. That's all I need. All right, and you're good as gold.
Just don't get too relaxed because you don't. This is what happens. You don't know what's coming once you get down into sand.
Oh wow, Aaron did it again. Way left.
You got to wonder with the ball choice he has that he knows if he misses right, it's not going to hit the head pin, so he just gets tightened up. It's almost like he's trying to thread a needle.
Well, when you're trying to fit it,
yeah, basically, he's trying to fit it in the pocket.
You're going to struggle.
Yep.
It's going to be 180. So still, if you get a good fill here,
yeah. It's all right.
You're still going to be plus going into game 3. And really, and he's kicking himself more just if he doesn't chop the spare in the 8th.
Right.
I mean, you have a clean game and you shoot 190. There's nothing wrong with that.
Nope.
Only 2 strikes in the game. Oh, wow, 6 count. You know, and he's really, to be honest, he's fortunate that he's left stuff that he can make.
It's makeable, yeah.
Because you have a game like that where you only throw 2 strikes, you could be staring at 140 or 50 real quick.
Yeah. Instead,
with the 6 count spare, he shoots 177. That's going to put him at +5 going into the last game. And really, now you're thinking, okay, I need 200 on the nose. You take +5, I think, I just don't, on this, from what I'm seeing from scoring, I can't imagine +5 would
not make it.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't see it being plus at all. Matter of fact, our guesses, you know, we were still.
Our guesses say that. I mean.
Yeah. I mean, you're at -12. I'm going to be way off on 64th. I had -2.
Jeff thinks it's even.
Jeff was -15.
Yeah.
We had a -5 in our chat guess for 64th. We have 35 plus 35 plus 49 plus 39 plus 48. Jeff, I didn't tell him what ours were. Jeff went plus 48.
Or
16.
16?
Yeah.
He's been doing this a long time, so.
Yes. All right, players moving around. Jeremy Delkamp from the north central part of the state, the Elkhart, Indiana area. Lisa Seyfarth with a nice split conversion there in the second frame. She did have her 2 biggest fans in attendance.
Yeah.
I don't know where they went. Hubby Chris was with the little one. You know, it might be bedtime, so who knows? Or more than likely they're in the game room. That's probably where they're at, Chad.
Yeah, probably.
Scott Dillion from Terre Haute area, former Indiana State Sycamore College bowler, bowled in my time frame. Gene Perez, Tim Logan on 11 and 12. Scott Schmall on 9 and 10. Scott bowled real well in this event last year, made a deep run. Looking to, and that's what's just, you could bowl here great one year and you think you have everything under control. They don't change the pattern that much, and you struggle coming back the next year.
Yeah.
And of course, they did get a new lane machine here. You know, and you know as well as anyone, you make an oil change, and that can drastically change
that's why
everything.
I always ask, you know, when I'm doing a pattern for us, whatever, I'll say, did you switch oils from last year? Because, you know, if they say that yes, we switched to a different oil, I'll probably run the same thing.
Right.
You know, it's going to play similar.
You know, and Nick Hoagland, who does all the lane patterns for USBC Nationals, the US Open, and he'll tell you, you have the same pattern and you use ice or fire, totally different.
Or anything else, it's
yes.
going to play totally different.
It's hard,
Even switching to a different lane machine.
Right.
Putting the same oil in there, your house shot will play different. So you do have to make some adjustments.
Scott Dillion's one of the more colorful individuals, right?
Yeah.
I don't think there's any rhyme or reason to his outfit.
No. I mean, kind of matches, but it kind of doesn't.
Yeah. It's so out there that, it matches.
Yeah.
And Gene Perez with the first 2, throwing the red IQ urethane. Oh, great shot there by Lisa, playing right up the corner. See where some of these guys were after one game, I think. Jeremy Delkamp, yeah, -8 after 1. I don't know what he did game 2. We know Aaron McCormick is +5 after his 176 game or 177 game. Hey, our teammate is here on 5 and 6.
Yeah, we didn't mention his name in the first game, so that's not good. Well, he's got the 410 here.
He said he really struggled with ball speed. He said the harder he threw it, it just would go past the break point.
I can see that.
And he had to work on softening the speed up a little bit. And as you know, Chad, that's the most difficult thing to do.
Yeah, and for Zach, it's pretty difficult because he's
a fire. He likes to fire the ball hard.
hard.
But, you know, with just no thumb in the ball, and he's mastered that technique, he said it's been a challenge. Now Ryan Burton here on lane 6 has won the Scratch Classic 2 times in his young career. 2022, 2024.
And that's probably...
And gave it a run, I believe, in 2023, right?
Yeah, he did. I think he finished second or third then. Maybe fourth, whatever. He made the show, I believe.
And he had...
He's probably only bowled it 5 times because, you know, he went to Purdue and he was there at least, 4 or 5 years.
Yeah,
so.
He's from California.
Yeah.
Los Altos, California.
Yep. I met his mom last night. She was here.
He was a junior Team USA member and came to bowl for Purdue, had a great career.
Yeah,
now he lives, I believe, in the Valparaiso area.
Yeah, met his mom last night. She thanked us for everything because she's been able to watch, you know, him bowl in these events and win when they've been in California. So comments like that make what we do absolutely worth it.
Yes, sir. I totally agree. I would say yes, there's an out of bounds, Steph. I don't say it's egregious, but it's definitely there. There's a lot more. I don't say there's a lot more hook. There's always been hook, but guys are able to play more in and swing out. It's definitely on the right side, but I think there's so much friction up front in this house too that. I had a conversation with Zach Weidman. People think the lanes are slick. They're throwing dull equipment, but it's actually burning up on them. And it's just so hard to see it. I actually threw a shinier ball than I normally ever do here. I threw a track theorem, the original theorem, and it was really good. Unfortunately, the controller wasn't very good. The ball was good. The operator was not good. I did not meet Ryan Burton's mom.
Yeah, you were bowling.
Darn, I would have liked to have met her.
I don't know if she's still here or not. Let's see. So.
Obviously coming in from California.
Yep.
I'm sure it's much.
Came to watch him bowl the U.S. Open.
Yeah, much warmer there, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Looks like Ryan's definitely throwing urethane. I will say this, I love these Brooks shoes, but my feet are going to be very tired at the end of the day.
There's no way around that. I don't think. You know. Another deadwood on 7
Yeah,
and 8.
lane guy heading down. It's not a good thing either that I've been almost through 2 large Pepsis here today. It's not
You're
good.
not going to sleep.
Oh, I don't know about I look at it this way. I'm just trying to survive.
Yeah.
We still got 4.5, 5 hours yet.
You get to sleep a little bit longer tonight, so.
Yeah.
Get here in the morning, have some awesome breakfast. And tomorrow's the best part of the day. It gets really exciting.
Yes, lots of fun tomorrow. Top 32 double elimination match play. We'll have a champion crowned somewhere around 5 o'clock, I'm guessing.
Yeah, 5 to 6 o'clock. We should be all done, providing everything runs on time. So I'm almost going to guarantee that the finals are supposed to start around noon. I bet it starts between 12:30 and 1.
Well, I
could be wrong.
I will say this: they've been on time.
For this, yeah, that's been great. But with 64 guys, he has the opportunity to spread them out a lot more.
Right. I think he said he was going to do 3 on a pair.
Yeah,
Those 2 games will take.
You think it might start around noon then?
Those 2 games won't take any more than 45 minutes to an hour.
Yeah, so it'll be done to say 11 o'clock. Yeah, probably be, I bet it's 12:30. Time they start.
Scott Schmall with double spare 3-bagger.
There's a couple guys that has some strings here. 2 or 3.
Lisa here on an 8 spare. Yeah.
Oh.
There we go. Strike. She's probably fine-tuning her game, definitely for the Queens.
Yeah.
And Scott Dillion with a strike 9 spare 3-bagger, looking to make it 4 in a row here in the 5th frame, or 6th frame, excuse me. Comes in light, 2-pin. Our teammate not off to a very good start here. Open spare. Let's check out a few other things while we're here. Let's see, what is today? Saturday. And hey, USC beat Michigan State.
Really? We were just talking about that last night, that Michigan State needs to lose some games.
Yeah, they did.
Good.
70-64. That snapped. They had like a 13 or 14 game winning streak going. The Big Ten needed that.
You needed that.
The first half score was 35-32 USC. The second half score was 35-32 USC.
Oh, wow.
Mirrored halves. So that's going to make things a little more interesting in the Big Ten. For those that are interested, obviously. We are in Big Ten country, right? So I'm sure our watchers don't care. Hopefully we
Big
get.
Ten is better than SEC. Sorry if anybody's a fan of the SEC.
It wasn't football, definitely.
Yeah, I mean SEC's having a good year in basketball.
Oh yeah, that conference, that conference is loaded.
Yeah.
Hey, we had been talking. We are trying. We're going to make an effort. We want to reach out to John Fanta, who is pretty much has become the more consistent voice of the PBA on Fox. So we're going to try to reach out to John Fanta and see if we can't get an interview on our podcast with him.
Yeah, talk some bowling, talk some
Yes.
college basketball.
I think John has done a remarkable job stepping into probably a sport he didn't have a whole lot of familiarity with, right?
Yeah, and that's what I want to find out. I mean, has he ever called bowling before, you know? And it's just, man, the first time I heard him, I'm like, who's that guy? Like, he's good.
Right.
Austin Bragg just texted me from the tournament office, said, go Hoosiers. He got an eye roll emoji back.
Well, yeah. Hey, you know what? I look at it this way. We're all entitled to root for our favorite team, right?
Yeah. Well, you know, I think in college basketball, I think it's good for the Big Ten. It's good for the rivalry for both Purdue and Michigan, or Purdue and IU to be good.
Right.
You know.
You know, a good Indiana and Purdue basketball team and rivalry is healthy for college basketball.
Oh, yeah.
And speaking of Mr. Austin Bragg, thank you for bringing us scores. So here we go, game number 2. Billy Hibbard, plus 92, shoots 213. Austin Schultz with a 269, game 2 is plus 81. Paxton Girdley, plus 38. Daniel Miller, plus 36. Alan Criswell, plus 35. Chris Hartung with a 211, game 2, he's plus 32. Wes Gamblin, plus 31. Dwayne Burton, who's already in, I believe.
Yeah, I think so.
He is at 220, plus 23. Ethan Stump, plus 21. Joseph Litton, plus 17. Scott Tapley, plus 11. And Scott is right here in front of us on 5 and 6. Double 8 open, 8 miss strike through 4. So not a bad start. Let's see who else we have here. Doug Henry, plus 7. Dustin Delk, plus 6. Obviously, Aaron McCormick, plus 5. Isaac Irwin, plus 4. Noel Vega, 201, 201, plus 2. Boy, I mean, that's when you're just... Craig Strauss, plus 1, 200, 201. And those are your players that are over par, they say.
How many is that? It's been around 14 or 15 every sport.
Yeah, that's about right there.
Yeah.
Maybe a little less than that. Let me see. I can. $17 players after 2 games or plus.
Okay.
Let's see. Jeff Mann, 182, 204. Boy, he's got to be really kicking himself off that first game. Gene Perez, 195, 195. He is on a 230 pace right now. So he's not really going to be able to improve on his scores.
Nope.
Tim Logan had 169 after his 211 start. And Tim's not doing a whole lot this game either. A couple of 9 whiffs and 2 split opens. And he's on about a 140 pace right now.
Yeah.
All right, I want to thank you again for watching the Indiana Masters right here on Savage Bowling TV. I want to thank our sponsors, Pinhead's Entertainment Center. They have it all: bowling, games, birthday parties, corporate events, and private suites. Go to bowl@pinheads.com. Tim Max, Victory Lane Pro Shops. Don't settle for anything less than victory. Locations inside Royal Penn Woodland, Western, and Expo in Indianapolis. And Championship Lanes. Enjoy bowling games and great food at the premier Family Fun Time Center in Anderson. No matter the occasion, an outing at Championship Lanes is sure to be fun. Also want to thank the Indiana State USBC. If you're interested in learning more about scratch events, handicap events within the state of Indiana, head to indianastateusbc.org and click on the tournament page. You'll find all kinds of great things to bowl. You'll have your single scratch events like the Masters Scratch Classic, the Indiana Queens for the women. You also have the Youth Championships, the Senior State Championships, and the Women's and the Indiana Open Championships, all going on here soon. The Open Championships start next month in Fort Wayne. So a lot going on. I believe the Senior Championships are in Lowell, Indiana, and I'll have to look and find out where the women's are. But lots of great events coming up to bowl. You can learn all about them. Download your entry form. They even have fillable online entry forms, and you can even pay online. So go to indianastateusbc.org for more information. Ryan Burton not having much luck on this pair, 5 and 6. Only 83 through the 6th frame, struck in the 7th. Scott Tapley opened in the 3rd frame. Now he's staring at a baby split, the 310 here in the 6th. And he misses that. Well, Billy Hibbert a chance here, Chad, with a 221 game to take the overall top spot here at the Masters. Boy, anytime you can start off with a 279, you gotta love that. And Mike Kubacki here at the Indiana Masters. Mike is a 2002 Masters champion and head coach of the Calumet College St. Joe men's team, which has been a very successful program. He has built that into a powerhouse. Game 3 here on some of the pairs coming to a close. Scott Schmall with a spare here in the 10th can shoot 213. Scott Dillion has a chance to shoot 237. Oh, fortunate little bounce there for Scott. All right, we're watching 13 through 16 right now, and that's Jacob Wright on lane 13. I like the yellow pants here on lane 15. Good looking outfit there. Makes the spare. Oh, Gene Perez with a stone 8-pin.
He looks so thrilled.
Well, he's bowling for one reason only.
Yeah.
And when he's gone 195, he's, in his mind, he's not necessarily throwing money away, but he ain't making any money.
Nope.
Jacob Wright with a 2-8-10 split after a good start, double, spare double. And Clint Million there with the strike there on lane 15, past champion. He defeated Jeff Mann. Clint's a heck of a bowler down in the Columbus area. Tim Logan just 5-count washout with the miss. It's going to put him in the low 140s.
Yeah. Not a good weekend for Tim.
No. And that really hurt him. That hurt him last night because he shot 220 or so in his first and third games, but he had a 140 middle game. Well, are you noticing much? I don't see a lot of.
No. Outside of them, the strings, they were.
Dillian shot 224, I believe.
9 and 10 is finished. All the other pairs in front of us, or our cameras, have 3 to 4 frames left.
Yeah, 13 and 14.
That's 13 and 14 scores, yeah.
Let's say 27C and 2018.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about, the names moved with this. So they actually, that's their starting lanes.
Gotcha.
So yeah, it is confusing when you look at it, because I had to double check, but I could tell.
But at least you got running totals though.
Yeah, and I could tell on the lane talk thing what pairs I actually have. I could put the scoreboard up of any pairs, but it's not going to make sense of it to anyone if it's not the right goal.
We're in the 8th frame here on 5 and 6, and it looks like we're in the 7th frame on 13 and 14. There's the old overcorrect for Jacob. Comes in almost Brooklyn and leaves the 6-pin. You know, when you leave the 2-8-10, it's hard to send the ball back out there that direction, isn't it? The mind just won't let you do it.
Yeah, it's just that natural tug.
Chris Curry there on 15.
Or it's that, if you tug the previous one, you're gonna let the next one out.
You can just see guys that are kind of struggling a little bit. You can just see the mental fatigue, right?
Especially some of these guys that have been here all day.
Right.
They're just trying to do whatever they can to get in. There's Gene Perez.
Hey, see you tomorrow, Gene.
Yeah. Said he's going home.
let's see, Scott Tapley is on a 180 pace. And let's see where he was after 2. He was plus 11. So he's hanging on for dear life right now. Our teammate, Zach, only has 97 in the 7th. Was hoping for him he would do better this squad. Just a handful of frames left here.
Yeah.
And then we'll be down to 1 squad left for the night.
And that squad could fly by if there's not a ton of entries, you know. I bet there's going to be some people re-enter off of this squad, though.
It depends how many times they bowled.
Yeah.
If you've only bowled 1 time, maybe.
Yeah.
You know, you bowled at 5 as your first one, you might. But guys that have bowled, like Ben Caldwell, I just don't know if you do the golden sombrero where you bowl every squad. Good luck tomorrow, Gene. Oh, got to answer questions for good old Mr. Perez.
He said he bowled 3 squads, and for him, there was really not much change. You know, with them laying the pattern down each time. But he's left-handed, so.
Yeah, oh, there we go. A strike from our teammate Zach there. You know, well, here's the thing. You're right. Left-handed. It's tight every time you bowl anyway, right?
Yeah.
I'm sure it was probably maybe a little tighter in some places, but yeah, it's not going to be a drastic change on the left side.
Right.
Dwayne Burton here on lane 13. He can't strike at all in the left lane. Actually, he started striking on the left lane, striking on the right lane, couldn't strike on the left. Then all of a sudden he couldn't strike on the right lane, and he's striking on the left until that one right there. But Scott Tapley with the 3-6-10, and now he's
Picked it up.
Yeah, he picked it up, but he's kind of in some trouble here. He's plus 11, so even if he strikes out, he's going minus.
Yeah.
But now you want to avoid going too far minus, because I still think I still think 64th is going to be under.
I agree.
See, now, if we didn't have the live stream, Chad, this would have been a day, to be honest with you, that I probably would have parked my rear end and pulled the bin.
Yeah, bowled every squad.
And bowled. I would have probably skipped one and then bowled.
Just to rest?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go get lunch at the 1 o'clock squad.
Yep.
And come back and see. That would have been my old days. You know, because mentally you always tell yourself, there's something out there. I know I can hit it. And then you re-enter, right?
Yeah. And then you realize
that's the competitive side of you. Then
Yeah.
when you get to like the third game and you're out and you're like, what in the world did I do that for?
Physically, you're like, why am I doing this?
Exactly.
My body can't do what I want it to do.
But, you know, I always felt this. I never quit. I felt like I could learn.
Yeah,
You know,
try to
you
find something.
got to work on something. And that's when I started out really bad in game 1 this morning. And I just said, okay, rather than try to figure out what ball, I just worked on my physical game. Can I be solid to the foul line?
Yeah. Well, if you're not solid, then there's no point of trying to find a ball to match up with the lane condition.
Right.
Because you got to figure yourself out first. Switching balls and trying to figure out your physical game, I feel like, just makes it worse.
Well, Scott Tapley with a 10-pin. So with a spare here, you can shoot 176 with a strike in the fill. This is a big spare, really. Then he got it. Jeremy Delcamp here to his right. Crosses over. He could have had 210 out there. Again, we don't know what some of these game 2 scores are. We know what some of the game 2 scores are. Scott Tapley, 6 count. Not the finish he was looking for in the fill. That's going to put him at 172. That's going to put him minus 17. Now that's danger.
It is.
You think, you know,
it's going to be darn close.
You know, 13, you might have a chance, right? Really, Chad, looking here, there's just absolutely 0 scores.
None.
In these first 10 lanes. Of course, 9 and 10 is done. Dwayne Burton can shoot 209, but I don't think that's going to put him above his score from the previous squad that he qualified in. Let's see, because Burton is at plus 59. Yeah, that would only put him at plus 32. You know how many bowlers would take his second set?
Darn near everybody.
Yeah. About 240 bowlers would take his score. And Jacob Wright here now on lane 13. Right through the face. He could have got to 579.
Yeah.
Now that's only going to put him at with 2 pins here, Chad. He's only going to shoot about 540. Yeah, 548.
Stephanie, what's your prediction? Predictions for 16th and 64th. What's that number?
Yeah, you don't have much time left.
No.
632 for Mr. Burton, 555 for Jacob Wright. Yeah, he could have got to 579.
These guys just chucking straight balls our last shot.
A lot of these guys are going to throw in the white towel, I think.
Yeah, I agree.
Some of these guys will re-enter, obviously, but they're going to be, if you shot like 5, somewhere at least 570 or better, you're probably going to re-enter.
Yeah, it's just, that's just a few more marks, really.
Because you feel like, okay, minus 28 or so, 30 under, I got a chance. I only need 2 more marks.
Yeah.
Or 1 double.
What's up, Dave Savage? Dave Savage has entered the chat.
Hey, Mr. Savage, what's happening?
I saw you have some kids going to state in a couple weeks. Did I read that right on Facebook?
Yeah, I'm curious to hear.
Harrison's going to state.
Are they? Did they make it?
Yeah. They didn't win it, but.
Congratulations to Levi Harris, coach of the Harrison Raiders. Obviously, his son, Camden Harris Bowles, Caden Coddington.
Yeah, they finished 4th and they're going to state. Stephanie, is that for 64th place? She's saying plus 30. Dave said girls qualified for state, finishing 5th, and semi-state in 4th.
Ooh, she's saying plus 5 for 64th. Wow.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to write it down because
it's official now. We're writing it down.
I need your 16 number though, Stephanie.
Yeah,
I need
what's going to be
top 64
place?
is plus 5. 605. Congratulations, Dave, and we'll see you at Expo here in a couple of weeks. We're doing singles on Saturday, and we'll have the final Saturday evening, and then Sunday we'll have the team competition and the finals with that shortly thereafter. I believe this year we're doing just the semifinal and final match, right?
That's what I saw. Yeah.
So should be a lot of fun. Mike Albee will join us in the broadcast booth for that.
Last year was a good time. We had some good matches, especially on the singles side. So it should be another good tournament. Everybody's done.
Yeah, looks like the bowling is pretty much wrapped up here, and we'll shut things down as well. Thanks for joining us, and
we'll see you at 9 o'clock.
Oh, Scott Schreimer says he has his predictions. We need to scroll up and.
Where is his?
Yeah, he said they're up here somewhere.
I'll have to scroll up to see my predictions.
You scroll up, Scott Schreimer.
He says, your prediction says go Sycamores now.
Yeah. Anyway, that's going to conclude the 5 o'clock squad here at the Indiana Masters here from Championship Lanes in Anderson, Indiana. We'll come back on the air for the 9 o'clock squad, and we'll go over the finals tallies from this 5 p.m. squad. You can also download the Team Stack app on your App Store, and you can get all of the results of the Indiana Masters and all of the state USBC events on there if you would like. And we'll come back on the air 9 o'clock, just a little bit after, once practice has concluded, for the final qualifying squad here at the Indiana Masters. We thank you for watching this broadcast this evening. I want to thank again our sponsors, the Brands of Brunswick, Mike Albee's Arrowhead Bowl, A1 Automotive, Pinhead's Entertainment Center, Tim Mack's Victory Lane Pro Shops, and Championship Lanes, and obviously the Indiana State USBC. We hope you enjoyed The broadcast of this 5 o'clock squad. For Chad Lester, this is Scott Gilmore. We thank you for watching on Savage Bowling TV. We'll be back at 9 p.m. for the final squad here from the Indiana Masters.
Well, I asked him, I said, how'd you do? And all he said was, not good.
Tim Mack's Victory Lane Pro Shop is your go-to destination for all things bowling. You'll find the top brands in bowling balls from Storm, Roto-Grip, 900 Global, Brunswick, Hammer, Motive, and more. Whether you're a seasoned pro or just rolling for fun, we've got the perfect gear to up your game. From bags, shoes, accessories, and apparel, Tim Mack's Victory Lane Pro Shop has it all. Don't settle for anything less than victory. Swing by Tim Mack's Victory Lane Pro Shop with locations inside Royal Pin Woodland, Western, and Expo in Indianapolis. Pinhead's Entertainment Center has it all. A modern-style bowling alley with 2 private bowling suites. Alley's Ale House serves up a chef-crafted menu daily, featuring signature handcrafted cocktails and over 30 draft options. The arcade at Pinhead's offers 90-plus games, including old-school games, Golden Tee, and virtual reality with top-tier prizes. Host large events or meetings in the multi-function banquet room that can accommodate up to 80 guests. Visit, call, or reserve online today. Off State Road 37 next to Honda of Fishers.
Keep your vehicle running like new. Stop by A1 Automotive to get an honest rundown of what your vehicle needs or doesn't need. It's all part of their no pressure, no upsell environment. Find them online at a1cardoctors.com or stop in today right off Coliseum across